Yo, how's it going, man? Well, unfortunately, we got that message from Zeus, correct? That's not what I was hoping would happen. I thought we would be able to work it out, any issues that we might have had, and go from there, but unfortunately, he just kind of got up and left before we could really kind of close on a discussion or anything. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm trying to just kind of judge, damage control, I guess, so to speak. I know you've been really integral and part of nFb so far, and I didn't know if you were planning on following. If that's cool, you can, don't think anybody's gonna have any reservations, or what do you call it? Grudges, just because people leave and go with Zeus. We were trying to figure out the best way to address some of the issues that were starting to come up. And the root of it kind of trailed back to just the ranking system and the way it worked. And so the proposals that we were trying to work through was just to kind of figure out a way to just restructure it, the clan, into something that works for everyone and allows us to really set a foundation going ahead with like the website and the channel, the YouTube channel and the Facebook page, and just getting more members and really that push that we were striving towards. And it was an attempt to just kind of sit down and say, hey, here's a foundation. Alright, we've resolved these outstanding issues and now we can move from there. Before we could get to that point, Zeus sent this message out, and that's that. So, yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a talk tonight. Oh, yep. Okay, I completely agree, and I think it's just a little bit of a miscommunication. There's a very kind of core culture and just what nFb was, in essence of what it was about when Josh and I originally started doing this, and it's kind of strayed from there. And that original culture was just, find guys that are, or gals that are, like-minded. Everyone, people that get along real well, like to have fun and just play the game. We held ourselves professionally. We were respectful and humble. We tried not to talk. We tried to inspire each other to be better than that, even though things do get heated sometimes online, as we see every day when we join a lobby. But there was some kind of there's a root culture to that, and I will accept the blame for that straying, because when I was not able to quote unquote tend the clan while I was going through college and trying to figure out my job situation, I passed that over to Josh without first ensuring that we were both on the same page in terms of what what the essence of nFb should be, and as we continue to move forward and try and grow. And so there was a point a couple of years ago where Josh was like, hey, I'm starting to get a few people that are interested in joining and doing a clan, but he's like, I might, or we're thinking about making a new one because we didn't want to mess with nFb. And I'm like, Josh, we started this together, man. Like, I know I can't do it right now. I'm not able to be as active as I should, but I'm gonna let you have the freedom to do so. So I gave him that, and again, that was where the initial problem was, because I did not take that a step further and say, hey, but before we do that, just make sure that these are some of the things that we keep intact as we get more people that join. Only until recently, about the last 6 months or so, did Rob join up to really start trying to push this in a direction that was expanding. like rapid expansion, like recruiting a ton of people and getting a website set up and a YouTube channel and stuff like that. And it was ambitious, or it is ambitious, but I think it started to stray, and we realized the more people we got, we started to get more people, we thought maybe we should start to come up with a ranking system. And so that wasn't even established until the last year or so. And even in the last 6 months is when it's really been starting to be implemented, with people getting their, your positions like yours, in terms of like a ranking title. And things were going a little well until we started to have some issues, and that at first seemed like isolated incidents with like Extreme and a few others, and then I started to hear more and more issues that, again, like I said, I thought, once I thought about it and listened to it and kind of fed it through,
Friendly sat
that I felt like I traced it back to just the way the ranking system was set up. And so I spent all day today, and last night during our discussion we tried to talk about this, and I spent all day today while at work writing up essentially what nFb is, right, and a vision doc for what it should have been, what we should have continued to keep it as, and what we will do going forward.
We're winning this fight.
We're planning on, going over that quickly tonight, and then, kind of just giving that out to the community. It's a, it's a letter directed to you guys, just saying what's up, and
SATCOM ready.
And I'll tell you, the focus of it is about keeping it as, this is a gaming community. It's not just focused. We're trying to grow it, and yeah, if we're gonna do a website, if we're gonna do a YouTube channel, if we're going to be active on Facebook pages or something, we want it to be as professional as possible and not amateur. So if we are going to do that, we're going to take the time to do it right. But the goal is not like sponsorship and stuff like that. Like you said, that is definitely auxiliary. The goal is just to create a clan, a community of people where they have a place to come, they feel like they belong, they have friends in it, they have people they don't know, but they can meet them and get along. And there's something for everyone. If there's people that are really competitive, we have a group of people that should be focused in that, and not should be, but that would be focused in that, and they can join that group. And it shouldn't, and just stuff like that. And if people just want to play and troll around or run with riot shields all day, there should be an understanding that there's a regular group that you can join that is just that. And so it's the plan. Again, I'll take the blame for not kind of being that leader in terms of setting these foundations sooner, before we started really expanding. And it's unfortunate that I came, to be active again just a little late, in terms of, it would have been nicer to have gone through this before we started doing the rankings and things like that. With that said, the new system, you will see if you, you'll probably still see that, regardless of your decision, but it'll retain the same positions, but the goal is to really just eliminate that linear structure of the hierarchy that was essentially like private to captain, or to lieutenant, to captain, to colonel, to general, kind of stuff. That really linear structure that was starting to rear its ugly end and cause issues. And then instead, they'll have a management structure and a leadership positions and stuff, but that are based on initiative and the people that have stepped up and said, hey, I'm willing to put in this time and stuff for this clan and work at it. And it's essentially the same. It's just not, it's eliminating that linear way of doing it, and instead putting those people in a more broader playing field and, on the same level, and not saying you have to go from private to captain by having a higher KD or something like that, which was the direction that it was starting to head towards. So